Right now at 5:30, we are 1 week away until that special election that could determine the balance of power in Washington. But millions of ballots have already been cast. Our Lauren Tom joins us right now to break down what that can tell us about the final result.
Right, and we don't often see this type of engagement, especially in an off-cycle election with just one thing on the ballot. But this special statewide election has garnered national attention and influence. But across the state here, where ballots are actually being counted, we're already seeing high levels of voter turnout.
To have such a small election, this has generated a tremendous amount of interest.
Secretary of State Shirley Weber says voters are responding in a big way to the single statewide issue on the ballot.
We have thus far, as of, I guess, a day and a half or 2 days ago, generated almost 5 million Californians who've already cast their ballot and have been counted.
According to the department, every registered voter was issued a vote-by-mail ballot. State data shows many are returning them early, especially in counties that would see major changes if Prop 50 passes. The darker shade of green on this map represents counties with a higher percentage of ballots returned. Sierra County on the Nevada border has already seen more than 42% of voters cast ballots. Plumas County nearby is at 40% so far. Both counties, represented by Republicans, would be redrawn under Prop 50 to favor Democrats. In the Bay Area, Marin and Sonoma counties, which would also be impacted by the new maps, are also above 30% returned. That's well above the 2022 midterms, where just over 18% of ballots had been cast 1 week before Election Day. University of San Francisco political expert James Taylor says voters may be treating Prop 50 as a moment to weigh in on the state of politics right now.
The voters are trying to find a way of expressing themselves about the politics of now. And whether they're left or right or center, they are thankful, I think, for the outlet to be able to express something right now, send messages to politicians and to the government.
The stakes, he says, are high. The outcome is widely seen as a test of Governor Gavin Newsom's political influence. He led the campaign for Prop 50 and hasn't ruled out a run for president in 2028.
This vote will be in part interpreted as support for Gavin Newsom, not just for the proposition itself, but also for the prospects of his presidency.
It's a yes-no choice with no other competing statewide initiatives, which could also incentivize voters to make a decision early, he says. But for Weber, it's a welcomed moment of civic participation.
It is generating, however, quite a bit of interest, and that's important. And we hope it continues to do that so that people actually turn out and express yes or no what they want with regards to this particular issue in California.
Now, the state insists this election is safe and secure, regardless of how voters decide to cast their ballots. Officials are encouraging voters to turn their ballots in early, but polling places and ballot boxes will remain open through Election Day, counting every ballot cast.
Yeah, voter turnout's usually not very large for these special elections, but how much is this a referendum or a precursor to the 2026 midterms?
It absolutely looks to be highly influential of what we can expect next year. Democrats are banking on really big gains to try to gain back a bit of power in Washington, which right now is, of course, controlled by the Republican Party. So at the end of the day, this is really to offset similar efforts in Texas, but it's also a preview of what to expect in 2026, Ryan.
All right, thanks, Lauren Toms. Well, you can find all of our coverage on Proposition 50 and other races on the ballot next Tuesday on our website at kpix.com.